like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, you block over here. Watch the safety creep.
Throwing is Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Check, check. 50.
At the Bucs 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Hey, team 6, team 6.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. They find some open field here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 92 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. There he goes, right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 79 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This will be taken in at the 1. Nifty move. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? Rush coming, and he's taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mike's 42. Mike's, let's go.
3rd and long for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Packers 14, Buccaneers 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
From just shy of midfield, Winston, his throw incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd and short. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
We want it. Come to my world. Wait. Mike 50, Mike.
Throwing, Winston. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They go back to the ground with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
You got tight. Right there. Hey, Alpha. Check Mike 54.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
X3, 218, jump! Jump out! Check, 45!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers completes it to Davis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
At the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check 37, check back north. Kill.
Here's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Vinatieri's kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 42's the mic. Check 40.
Here's Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Winston now. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Vinatieri now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Throwing again on second down. Winston, and he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Jameis now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A first down throw for Winston. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A second down throw for Winston. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Ready, black 25. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Winston now from the 50. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready, blue lady. Mike 42, check, check, Mike 42. Let's go, D. Let's go. White. 42's Mike, 42's Mike. Time to go, night.
To the air again with Winston. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 12, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Ready? White 25. 42 is the mic. Get that quarterback and all the coach. Let him go.
Now Winston. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
White. Under 10. Mike 42. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Winston. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
5 on the 50.
Winston keeps it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Winston to throw it this time. The quick slant caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him.
And that's caught at the 25. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 44 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Tampa. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play fake. Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
I got you. I got you. Sonny. Mike 4-2.
Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Demaryius Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rodgers to throw. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Rodgers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They are on to the 4th quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And that one for the 49ers now a 2-touchdown advantage. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And the Buccaneers first down.
Ready?
First and
Black
10,
22.
39-yard line.
I'm about to take you to school.
Winston to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down.
Now Winston. Complete to Jones. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Shifts by him. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run the counter. It's Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch him. Sunday.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On play action, Winston looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Ready? White 25. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 42's the mark, boys. 42. 42's the mark.
On 1st and 10, Winston.